Hey, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. It's a little chilly out here. I'm going to show you a video on how I changed my manual transmission fluid on my 1991 Toyota pickup. Actually, I was starting this in the evening, but I ran into a problem and it got dark and it was cold and I had to finish up. So I got the job done, but I'm going to take you through the steps I used to do the job, and hopefully if you decide to try it, you can see my video and get an idea how you might want to do this. Okay, for me the first thing I need to do is worry about getting the car lifted. I kind of cheated a little bit. I'm just showing you some of the jack stands so you get the idea we want to do the lift there. I actually put ramps on the front tires, and then I blocked them in place so that it wouldn't roll off the ramp. And then I took those jack stands, and under here there's a support beam. I placed them right next to there. And then I just went to the back, took my jack, and then right under, right there, some people call that the pumpkin, kind of looks like an old pumpkin. I just put my jack right there and lifted the whole back of the car up and put my jack stands under those beams I showed you. And then I tried to level out the truck the best I could, and so that got it up in the air, which made it a lot easier. So next I got my supplies. I went with the 7590. You want to check your owners, man, make sure you're getting the correct stuff. They say it was GL4, but GL5 works for me. It should be backwards compatible. You hear all people saying, oh, it's not, you gotta use GL4, which is hard to get. I'm not gonna get into that controversy, but I went with GL5. You can do what you need to do there. Then I got one of these pumps. I actually got this one. I'll put a link to this stuff in the descriptions. I like this pump a lot. It's got two hoses. I cut them to make them fit better. You just put one hose into the hose in here and the other one up into your transmission, and I'll show you that in just a minute. And then get yourself a little oil pan or something to put the old transmission fluid in it. And then this is actually what caused me the trouble. I didn't realize there's a crush washer on the fill plug. I thought it was just on the drain plug, or sorry, yeah, just on the drain plug. And then so I had to go get another one, and they're the same size. So that surprised me too, because the drain plug, which I'll show you in a minute, is a 14 millimeter. So I thought it had to have probably had a huge washer in there. And then the fill plug, which I'll show you that in a minute, was 17 millimeter. Anyways, they both use the same size washer, and I didn't understand that. So hopefully that video will help somebody out there. So that's why I ran out of time. I had to get the job done because it started getting really, really cold. Anyhow, here, I'll show you the transmission there. Okay, this is going to be a little bit hard for me because the truck's not lifted right now, but just go under, you know, here's the front wheel going under there. I'm probably going to have to shoot the camera angles. Okay, there's the, let me see if I can focus there. See that bolt right there? That's a 24 millimeter. And then right up there, that bolt is the fill, that's 17 millimeter. So you want to take the top one, take that top one off first, and then get the crush washer out of there. Make sure you got a crush washer for it. Leave it out, and then put your drip pan below there. And then you want to take that 24 millimeter bolt out, and that'll dump all your oil in that pan I showed you. So after you dump the pan, you know, you dump the oil there in your pan. Oh, let me zoom back out if I haven't already. Then you want to put the drain plug back in, and again, they'll both use the same size washer, that's what was confusing the heck out of me. I thought the bottom one was going to be bigger, but the sockets are bigger, but the bolts are the same size. So then you use your pump. You can I don't want to mess with it now because it's all oily, but if you just pump it, you'll feel one side is the input and one side's the output, and I can't remember which one's which, but you'll figure it out. And then so you put the one end of the tube in your oil there, and The other end goes into that top fill, and this is, you already got the bottom fill plug in, and the torques on these are 27 foot-pounds. So you torque in your bottom one, then you start filling through that top hole, and you just pump. And it takes about, I would get 3 bottles. I think these are a quart. These are 32 ounces. I got 3 of them, and for mine almost took all 3 of them. It says, I'm not sure how much it says. It says 2 and 2.5 or something like that, but mine took pretty much almost all 3 of them. You'll know when you're done though. It pumps them it takes about 10 pumps, and it'll go through that bottle really well and gets pretty much all of it. And then you just pump it. You can go fast on the first 2, and on the third one just kind of slow down a little bit, and when it's ready it'll just drip out that top hole. And then keep your drip pan down there, and then when it just starts dribbling out of that hole, you're pretty much done. Then put that top plug in, torque it down. Don't forget those crush washers. And anyways, yeah, just torque that on with your torque wrench, and you're good, good to go. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Then go take it out. You'll notice that mine's shifting really smooth right now. So anyways, this video wasn't quite in the way I wanted to make it, but I hope it's got enough information to where if you're going to try that out, you kind of see where you need and where all the parts are. So anyways, I hope this helps somebody out there. You have a great day, and thank you for watching.